Today we're going to learn how to pollinate squash, but first we need to gather our supplies. Here's our crossing box. We have Sharpies, twist ties, and flex tags. We will demonstrate how to use these supplies as we go. This is an example of a squash plant. Squash have two different types of flowers. The fruit-bearing parents are along the vines and the pollen parents around the crown of the plant, peeking above the leaves. These are immature pollen parents, green and not ready to be used for pollination. This pollen parent will open tomorrow. We know this because of the yellow petals. To avoid potential pollinators entering the flower once it opens, we need to tie it closed first. We will wrap a twist tie around the center of the pollen parent, avoiding the anthers below. This will prevent potential pollinators from entering the flower once it blooms in the morning. Because we are in the greenhouse and there are no pollinators, we will be using an already open pollen parent. If you're out in the field, you would remove the twist tie and use that flower. Now let's look at our fruit-bearing parents. This is an immature fruit-bearing parent, green and not close to opening. This fruit-bearing parent will open tomorrow. Again, we know this because of the yellow petals. Like the pollen parent, we will also tie this closed to avoid pollinators. We will be using the same approach as we did with the pollen parent to tie off the flower, this time avoiding the stigma. Like the pollen parent, since we're in the greenhouse, we will use an already open fruit-bearing parent. If you're in the field, you would also remove the twist tie from the fruit-bearing parent and prepare for pollination. You'll want a long section of stem on the pollen parent. This will help with getting the anthers down into the fruit-bearing parent. Then, you will remove the sepals and petals to expose the anthers, which then will be used to pollinate. Here is an anther shedding pollen. You will want your pollen parent to look like this. Next, you will put the pollen parent down into the flower of the fruit-bearing parent, making sure to rub the pollen onto the stigma. We will then twist tie the pollinated fruit-bearing parent closed. This prevents other pollinators from entering the flower after we're done, ensuring your pollination. To identify your pollination later in the field, we will write the name of the pollination, the date, and our initials on the flex tag. To finish off our pollination, we will put the tag around the stem of the fruit-bearing parent, tightening until the first notch. This will give the plant room to grow. This is our pollination a few weeks later. Once the fruit has fully developed, you can harvest it and remove the seeds for future variety development. Thanks for watching our video and happy crossing!